Écoute, on écoute.
Allez,
all the pieces of our program were composed within a short amount of time, actually in the 20s and beginning 30s. So they have a certain spirit in common, which is jazz, because of course Gershwin, an American in Paris, is obviously extremely jazzistic. But the first piece of the program, La Création du Monde, is also inspired by American jazz, and Milhaud went to Harlem in New York. So there was a French in New York, and there was an American in Paris for Gershwin at the end of the program. And between those two pieces, we will play another piece of Poulenc called Les Biches, which is a ballet, and which has some part of it inspired by the jazz. Actually, the jazz was a very, very big new thing in Paris in the beginning of the 20th century, especially in the 20s, and it influenced really a lot of composers. So there is a kind of blue note in many of those pieces, which is this famous note that can be actually sharp or the opposite, and it's actually give, of course, this expressivity of jazz, and it's a music with a lot of soul. But our program this week is mainly about pleasure. I think it's a program that has a lot of joy in it, a lot of fun, and it's very exciting. It's also very virtuosic for you. What do you think about the virtuosity there?
Yeah, of course it's virtuous, but Poulenc there is this joy of life, right? This concerto, it's very like you say, Mozart style, very light, very champagne.
Yeah, that's it. Like very French, very light.
Je ne sais quoi, French.
And sometimes irony, there is humor in this music. You know, it's not always the first degree.
Absolutely, which is the connection between Mozart and Poulenc. I mean, sometimes Poulenc has been called the Mozart des Champs-Élysées, and the reason for that is that both of them have this way to actually appear sometimes very serious and very well organized, and they have an ambiguity. So sometimes behind the first layer there is actually an under meaning which is very different, and some music that appear in a major key, so somehow should be only joyful, in Mozart and in Poulenc have this capacity to become very nostalgic or very sad even. And the opposite, some minor keys, some music that could appear at first sad, can have a lot of hope, and this is the ambiguity that indeed is fascinating in Poulenc's music. Of course, there is a very specific style with French music, which means that first you have to have a lot of articulation, that the music is always saying words, actually, and that every phrase is not only sung, but also has a kind of meaning with a character. It's a very characterful music. I mean, in Poulenc, you change character almost every bar with something just different.
Like in Mozart music.
Like in Mozart music, you have really this capacity of showing a lot of different human emotions and character. And well, obviously, you have often with foreign orchestras to ask to play lighter, to just not sustain the notes, to not attack the note strongly, but just have a freshness about it, a lot of light and a lot of colors, which means that you try really to give a different quality of sound in different sentences, different phrases, musical phrases that will make a different lighting of it. And this is all ingredients for the French style that we try to perpetuate modestly. And we are, by the way, also good old friends we know each other since actually almost 15 years or something like that.
Last century.
And we played a lot together. We recorded this double piano concerto together. We played it quite a numerous amount of time in different places. We traveled with it, and from Japan to all Europe and America, and now here in South America. And for me, it's always a great joy to share this concerto with you guys, because you have the exact French spirit for it, and this collaboration is always with a lot of complicity, but with love and passion.
This is a good conclusion.
Yes.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Love and passion. Good conclusion.
Okay.
Okay.
Shall we kiss?
Yeah.